So it's not easy, and I think he's had an outstanding career, a career of which he can be very proud. And I think he was an embellishment to the game of cricket itself.
Couldn't agree more with you on that, sir. But Mr. Sundaram, as someone who has seen cricket evolve over decades, where would you place Virat Kohli in the pantheon of India's all-time greats in Test cricket?
Well, he certainly has to be counted amongst the very top. Indian cricket goes back a long time. It started in 1932. And this is 2025, almost 100 years, 90 odd years. So there have been many champions in the past as well. But, he has seen cricket evolve from, say, the longer format, and then the shorter format has come in. We've had World Cups in T20 and also in the one day, so this was not there earlier. So all this, he has seen that, and he has dominated in all the formats. So, he's certainly a very unique character, and I think one has to place him at the very top. He led with pride. He led the country's team, and I think his record speaks for itself. I don't need to add much to that. We've all enjoyed watching him play, and there were times when he teased us with, his lack of form in England, for example. But then he overcame that on the next tour. That's the greatness of this man, that he learned from his mistakes, corrected his mistakes, and dominated the bowling again. That's the hallmark of a champion, and he reflected that time and time again.
Right. Mr. Sundaram, who do you see as the next player who could carry Virat Kohli's legacy forward in red ball cricket?
Well, that's a little tough question, because if you see the players that we have coming up are people like Shubman Gill and Rishabh Pant. These are the two main contenders. Bumrah is also there, but then Bumrah's fitness again, because fast bowlers challenge themselves physically, right? That the very nature of the beast is like that. So you don't know how long and whether they'll play a whole series or not itself is in doubt. So you have to have a player who walks into the team in the format and also holds his place. Therefore, these youngsters who are coming up will be challenged, because they have to show the consistency that is required and the commitment. So, now too much of limited overs cricket is being played. And the reason mistakes creep in the longer format is because you're playing shots which you normally play in the shorter format. But there's so much of that format down that mistakes do creep in. And therefore, this is the test which they'll have to face, whether they can, correct their mistakes and hold their own in the longer format, show the patience, the technique, the temperament, the character. Test cricket is a great test of one's character. It will very soon sift the competence of a player. So you are always challenged in the longer format, and therefore, I think these younger players will have to really work hard to fill in the gaps of, say, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli now.
Right, Mr. Sundaram, finally, before I let you go, Virat Kohli's decision to retire from Tests comes just days after Rohit Sharma announced his immediate retirement from the format, making the end of an era in Indian red ball cricket. Now, with both, I'd call them pillars of the modern Indian Test side stepping away almost simultaneously, the team now faces a crucial leadership and and transition phase. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, surely. But this was likely to happen sooner or later. Both were sort of towards the end of their careers. It's not something which the selectors and the others were not aware of. They were aware. When younger players are coming up, you have to blood them. You have to throw them into the deep end and see whether they can swim or sink. So that challenge is there. Every country is going through that. It's not only India. And these champions have to make way for younger players. While you're concentrating on batsmen, let's not forget that we've also seen the retirement of Ashwin, who's taken so many wickets, and he'll be missed, especially in the longer format. So we've got also bowlers, we've got also others who are aging, and let's not forget that the lifespan of a fast bowler is not as long as a spinner. So therefore, we'll also have to plan. We have to have bench strength. Tournaments like IPL have definitely given opportunities to youngsters to show their skills. Some of them can be blooded for the longer format. And I think that is where Indian cricket has got the depth, it's got the It's got the character. It's got the, we've got a whole system there. Under 16, under 19, under 23. So people will be thrown up. Youngsters will come up. And this is the time they have to accept their, if there's an opportunity for them to play, they have to capitalize on it. Because a test cricket cap doesn't come easy. It doesn't come to everyone. So when they get the opportunity, they have to play. We've also got players like Pujara who have been recently sidelined, right? He's still playing cricket. He's still playing the longer format. Whether they can go back to him, why not? In an important tour like England, and he's got experience of playing there, it may be a good decision to recall Pujara. So, we should be willing to accept new challenges and take the best course and see that the best team available plays the series in England. It's a 5-test series, and it's not going to be easy.
Right, and sir, let me also ask you this. What lessons should the new generation draw from Virat Kohli's dedication to test cricket in an increasingly T20-driven world?
Well, this is the thing that I was just mentioning, that, it's a different format, it's a longer format, and therefore, if these youngsters are given the opportunity, this is an excellent opportunity for them to become the champions of the future, to play like Virat Kohli, play the innings that defines a test match. That means you have to bat for 2 or 3 sessions in a test match, maybe a whole day. Now, if you don't have the temperament and the technique to do that, then you can't claim to have a place in the side or the same type of record as, say, Virat Kohli. So this is where the youngsters have to now mentally and physically challenge themselves and play the waiting game to leave the ball which is going away. In T20 cricket, every ball you try and hit. In Test cricket, that doesn't happen. You have to wait, you have to dominate at the right time. Sometimes you have to give the bowler the first half session, and then in the second and third sessions you capitalize. So you have to think about the game. You have to plan differently. You have to look at different situations with that play ball. 5-day game, it changes session by session. So you have to win at least 3 days out of the 5 days to win a test match. So this is where the youngsters have to learn that it's a longer format. They have to show the temperament and the technique. I'm sure there are wise heads with the team who will guide these youngsters. People like Rahul Dravid are there, VVS Laxman, they're handling the youngsters, they're handling the NCA and things like that. And therefore, there's a learning curve for these boys. They're young, they're hungry, they want to be test players, I'm sure. So I think this is where if you notice, there are 3 or 4 countries that are, looking at test cricket. The others are not. But if you look at, say, England, Australia, India, and New Zealand, maybe South Africa. South Africa sort of, now in the Test Championship final. So I think you can count them in. So 5 countries are really concentrating on Test cricket and still thinking it is going to be a challenge. But other countries like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and so many others, they are sort of not quite there, if you ask me.
Right.
I hope they do rise to the occasion.
Right, Mr. Sundaram, do you believe that Virat Kohli could have played a few more years of Test cricket, or would you say he's time to try it?
Look, this is your body telling you what to do. It is easy for us to sit in studios and talk about it, but he is wise enough. He knows what the requirements are. He's played enough Test cricket to understand that. And I think, you have to be mentally and physically ready. If you're not mentally hungry, it's better to leave rather than go half-heartedly and, somebody pushing you, the rake series or khillo, that sort of thing. That doesn't work. You have to be mentally tough. You have to be physically ready. 5-day cricket is very tough on the body. And, he's not a spring chicken any longer. He's aging like everybody else. So he must be understanding the pressures and things on him. And of course, also as a professional player, there are other responsibilities off the field. He's got a young family, and I'm sure that must be also in his mind. And I believe he's wanting to settle in England and things like that. So it's a period where there are personal issues that also come into the equation. And we've seen that Rohit Sharma also, if you recall, in the Australian tour, he missed a test because of the birth of his child. All these things happen in the life of a sportsman, and I think we have to give way for personal, considerations as well.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. There's no denying that. And sir, while we've spoken about the physical aspects of it, do tell us how tough is it emotionally for a player to walk away from a format that shaped their identity?
Well, you have to take a call. It's never easy, but then you have to do it at the right time. Vijay Merchant, the great Indian cricketer of the past, he used to say, you should be asked why you're leaving and not why not. Those are famous words that he mentioned. So I think that is the right time for both Rohit Sharma and for Virat Kohli to take this decision. They've done the right thing. Imagine if he had gone to England and had a very poor series, and then everybody would be weighing for his blood. So I think he's taken the right thing. He has shown like a champion, and he goes with his head held high. There's no better way, no better time to leave. I think this is right decision that he's taken. It's in the interest of Indian cricket, because if you're not physically and mentally fit, then it's better to give way for a new talent to come up.
Right, sir. I'm in fact joined by my colleague Krishna Kumar in the studios. He wants to ask you a couple of questions. I'm handing it over to him, sir.
Right, Mr. Venkat Sundaram, great to have you with us on this broadcast for this big story that's breaking as we speak. You've seen what happened from the beginning of what happened with R. Ashwin and his retirement, and that sort of foretold, how the old guard needs to go away as far as Indian cricket is concerned. Indian Test cricket is concerned. Many feeling that you need a revamped Test team. Do you think all that played on the minds of in the mind of Virat Kohli?
Well, the great poet Tennyson said that the old order changeth yielding way to new. He said this 100 years back. So Tennyson's words come to my mind now, because you see, you have to hold your place. You have to be fit mentally and physically, and you can't carry on forever, right? We are seeing what happened with Chennai Super Kings in IPL, right? Here's a classic example where new blood was not introduced at the right time, and the team has just collapsed. We don't want that happening to an Indian Test team. So therefore, they have to make way for the new people. Continuing on that poetry of Tennyson, he said that the old order changes yielding place to new, lest one good custom should corrupt the world. What he meant was, what is good at today may not be good tomorrow. So you have to give way. So I think this is the right time for these cricketers to take a call on their careers. They've had very illustrious careers, full of success and Test average of over 50 almost. So that's fantastic, and a long career. So let's not forget that. And besides his fielding, his fitness, everything. So I think at the right time, people have to take this. This is so tough. This is never easy to walk away.
Fair enough. We also have Mr. Ashok Malhotra, a former cricketer, now joining us on the broadcast alongside Mr. Amit Bhandari, former cricketer as well. Mr. Ashok Malhotra, this was looming large on Virat Kohli. He is 36 years of age, going to turn 37. This is the time when many cricketers announce their retirement. But the fact of the matter is that Virat Kohli is somebody who's been physically fit, has had very little injury scares in his career, has been in good form as well. And in that sense, it is a bit unexpected that he would choose retirement at this stage.
I would say so. I would think so. Because he is one of the fittest cricketers. Even now he outruns most of the younger lot. He is one of the finest, one of the fittest, one of the best, or maybe the best cricketer in the world. And not going to England, it's going to leave a big hole in the Indian batting lineup. I understand Rohit. Rohit, whatever it is recorded last couple of years as a Test cricketer has been very, very ordinary. Whereas Virat has been doing wonderfully well. So it comes as a surprise. Why did he do that? And especially he was so fit. He was an example. He was setting an example for the budding youngs. For me, it has definitely come as a surprise. And I hope he should have gone to England and proved them once again that this is what Virat Kohli is and this is what Virat Kohli does.
Sir, let me ask you this. What kind of gap does Virat Kohli's exit really create? Not just as a batter, but also as a voice of leadership in the dressing room.
I think he's a leader. Whether he's a captain or not, he's a leader. A leader is always a leader. He showed us the method. the fitness levels of the more modern day cricketers are so fit. It is thanks to Virat Kohli. He set the motion. He showed them the way, and I think everybody is looking up to him. You know, be it Test cricket, be it one-day cricket, be it T20 cricket, he's a leader. You know, not only as a cricket batter, but as a person also. He's a bigger than life personality. So I think we're going to miss him. You know, I don't know why and how. Why did he do that? Only he can tell. But he went on his own, because Indian cricketers very rarely go out on their own. You know, at least he did that when people are asking him why, not why not. So, but still, I think at least should have gone on England tour, especially when Rohit has called it a day.
All right. We have Mr. Amit Bhandari, former cricketer, also with us. Mr. Bhandari, thank you for being with us on the broadcast here on News9. Tell us your initial thoughts. Some say this was unexpected, not required. He could have just gone as a batter and played the England series. But you would have to say he did go out on his own terms. And considering the retirements of R. Ashwin and Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma before him, Virat Kohli had a lot playing on his mind going into this Test series.
If you look at from the Australia tour, it starts from R. Ashwin. First, R. Ashwin had taken retirement. I think something happened in Australia, not in India. From the series, if you look at the Australia series, if Ashwin goes, after that Rohit goes, might be Virat was asked to captain. I think the selectors might start change in few weeks. I think that third Virat Kohli, first you ask him, maybe captain to England tour, and after a few days you say, no, might be this thing happened to the player. If you take somebody confidence like Virat Kohli and you're not giving him that aura, might be something is there. The gap is there. Otherwise, the Test retirement was not there.
Okay. Tell us in terms of, the fact of the matter is that cricketers, modern day cricketers at least, who play 3 formats of the game, it does take a mental toll on them, if not a physical toll. No matter how physically they are, the fact that they have to play Test cricket, one-day internationals and T20 and, your franchise cricket as well, all of this means that, somebody who is physically fit, completely at the top of his fitness, even at the age of 36, will find that mental fatigue, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the player, how he takes the mental status. If you say mentally he's strong or not. Virat Kohli was mentally strong. That's why he's playing all the formats. If you see his fitness, I think everybody says that he can play easily for another 4 or 5 years. It is all about mental. His mentally is not there for to play Test cricket. That's why I say, okay, fine, I'm not ready for the Test cricket now, I'm taking a retirement. That's the issue with Virat Kohli. If we come on physical fitness, if we come on form, whereas form is, we can see the IPL, if we see the Champions Trophy, he was performing well. I think it's the mental thing which hurts Virat Kohli more.
Seem like that, but Mr. Amit Bhandari, it is going to be a very, very interesting phase for Indian cricket, because you have a bunch of these cricketers that people have grown used to watching over a decade and a half, isn't it?
Absolutely,
when was the last time you watched a Test match without a Virat Kohli?
Oh man,
Rohit
one
Sharma,
cannot even imagine.
Yeah, Rohit Sharma and R. Ashwin, all of them gone. Now there's speculation that Shubman Gill could be the next captain as well. So in that sense, this is going to be a huge loss for India's batting lineup, the Indian cricket team, and finding a replacement won't be easy.
And sir, just to add to what Krishna has asked you, who can really replace Virat Kohli? That is the big question.
Oh, it's very difficult to replace anyone. Because if you see when Virat Kohli comes, Sachin Tendulkar was there, Rahul Dravid was there, and Lakshman was there. Then Virat Kohli take that glory forward. Now it depends on the who play comes in the middle order. If you say, if nobody is there to take forward. But yes, might be BCCI or might be selector give some youngster little bit extra matches to groom themselves to the next level like Virat Kohli has taken. But I feel this is not the third retirement. Might you see fourth retirement coming soon? Might be. These are 3 players announced: Ashwin, Rohit Sharma, Virat. Might one more player announced retirement before England tour. Might be. Who might be Ravindra Jadeja, might be Bumrah. Might one more name come. That's my gut feeling says.
Mr. Amit Bhandari, stay with us. We have Mr. Ashok Malhotra, former cricketer, also with us on this broadcast for this big story that we're tracking. Mr. Ashok Malhotra, what do you think will be the lasting legacy of Virat Kohli is concerned as far as contribution to Test cricket is concerned? To the top of my mind, it is the aggression that he brought even when he was the captain and as a batsman.
I think he should have gone on the tour as a skipper of the team. He would have led them from front. He would have showed the way to the next incoming captain, that how it is to be done, how it is done. So I think probably he's missed a trick or two. But the fact is, it is his life, his career. But we are going to miss him. Whosoever is the captain, he will have to follow the way. Everybody, because beat Shubman Gill, beat Bumrah, everybody is played under Virat Kohli, and Rohit Sharma. They will find a method of their own. But the fact is that they're going to miss Virat Kohli. I'm not saying they're not going to miss Rohit Sharma, but Rohit Sharma was having a very ordinary test career the last couple of years. But Virat has been in top form, and for me it has come as a surprise. And if I would be his selector or as a coach, I would advise him to go on the tour as a skipper and show the way to the incoming captain how it is to be done.
Okay, Mr. Malhotra, there was also the speculation that Virat Kohli was looking to take back that captaincy and he wasn't given that. And that was probably the reason why that not going to England as a captain.
So. I don't think you can carry the kind of grudge, but the fact is, yes, he was hurt, but still he could have carried on. Now he's in prime form. The way he's showing in IPL, the way he's shown in one day, the way he's shown as whichever matches he has played. So I thought this could have been one more series. Maybe the last hurrah where he would have shown the world what Virat Kohli is, why Virat Kohli is the number one player of the world.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us on this News 9 special. Well, for those who have just joined us and wondering what is the big news, Virat Kohli, viewers, shockingly enough, has announced his retirement from Test cricket. Making the announcement on Twitter, he said, "It has been 14 years since I first wore the baggy blue in Test cricket. Honestly, I never imagined the journey this format would take me on. It's tested me, shaped me and taught me lessons I'll carry for life. There is something deeply personal about playing in whites. The quiet grind, the long days, the small moments that no one sees, but that stay with you forever." Remember, the announcement came just days before India's 5-match Test series in England, which begins on the 20th of June. And also the fact, Krishna, here that Kohli's decision to retire from Test comes just days after Rohit Sharma announced that his immediate retirement from the format. Thank you so much for joining us on this News 9 special. But don't go anywhere, because on the other side, we continue with the latest news and updates.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9, English news as it should be.
बेबो का एक ही रूल, रोज खाओ अंडे विदाउट भूल। 'Cause eggs are cool, cool, cool. Yes, eggs are cool, cool, cool. Summer में एनर्जी हो जाती है कम, खाओ अंडे एनर्जेटिक रहो हरदम। Strength और पावर मिले हर रोज with proteins and minerals का daily dose. Eggs are cool, cool, cool. Yes, eggs are cool, cool, cool. Yes, eggs are cool, cool, cool. Sunday हो या Monday, रोज खाओ अंडे।
What is to the nines? In literal terms, it's perfection. But to us, it's not just a phrase, it's an attitude. One that starts at your desk and sends a statement to the world. To the nines is about taking charge. It's a way of life where every seam, every fold, is crafted with excellence. It's timeless elegance and uncompromising quality made for the corner office. It's the ideas that inspire redefining order and elevating the tabletop. To the nines, for the leaders of today and the visionaries of tomorrow.
Businesses are primarily in India known by their owners.
When you start a business, you don't realize how much you're putting the entire family at risk.
The trust is a big element.
And a typical symbol of trust is usually a banyan tree. And I used to, in my early days, wonder that how will a young company look like a banyan tree?
When you brought in this beauty product, Nykaa, you tried to make women look beautiful for themselves.
It's a message to women. Let the spotlight of your life be on you. And for that, we wanted her to be as confident as she wants.
India desperately needs that shift in mindset where women would be leading from the front.
They're risk takers and they do take open-ended risk, and a belief in yourself that you don't allow others to destabilize you and you keep pursuing your path.
Watch Radico Presents Do Along with Barun Das Season 3 featuring Falguni Nair at these times on News 9. News 9, English news as it should be.